Some people like the idea of God. They like the idea of a God that loves them no matter how much wrong they do. A God that will give them what they want when they want it. A God that though they are living a life completely contrary to His word and what He would ask of them, they have this idea that they can go back to Him whenever they want to do anything and everything that they might want Him to do, and everything will be all right, no matter how they were living before. Or for some, it's an idea, they're okay with just an idea of a higher being that is just simply love. He's not a God that judges. He's just a God of love. He does not ask you to change a thing about yourself. He does not ask you to be any different than what you are. He does not command anything of you. He's just there for you whenever you need Him. Almost like a genie in the lamp or a genie in the bottle. Because for a God to ask you to change or to adhere to His commands is in the world's eyes tyrannical. For God to ask or to command something of you, it's almost like He's just a dictator. He just wants me to do whatever He wants me to do, and there's no reason why I have to do it. I just have to do it just because He says so. But the thing about this is, I love how the Bible describes our relationship with and our walk with God, how it stems. It stems from our love for Him.
Right.
And not just our love for Him, but because of what He did for us.
Yeah.
That's why I love how Paul put it in Romans chapter 12 and verse number 1 and verse number 2. Paul said, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Yeah.
But then he goes on to say, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
All right.
Now let me read it in NIV version. It says it like this. Therefore I urge you, Paul said, brothers and sisters, in view or because of God's mercy, to offer your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. And he says it like this. This is your true and proper worship. Then he said, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And then and only then, he says, you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will.